Welcome back to the Tonyo Show. We on the road to 200 subscribers. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Today, I wanted to talk about some shit. So this was shit that people have been talking about for years. I've talked about this with other people, and you know what I mean. I've kind of like switched back and forth. Sometimes I believe in it, sometimes I don't. I feel like in certain circumstances, people just like to say, you know what I mean? I believe in it to an extent, but I don't at times because I feel like people overuse it. And what I'm talking about is conspiracies and the Illuminati and shit like that. And I just want y'all paid or whatever. This ain't gonna be no super long video or whatever, but I was trying to go to sleep and it just popped in my head, do a video about this. I don't know why. I need to go to sleep because I got stuff I want to do today or whatever, but I wanted to drop, you know what I mean? I wanted to do this video before I go to sleep or whatever. I don't know. Sometimes this shit happens, like especially around this time. I can't really go to sleep till like 4 or 5 in the morning, knowing I gotta get up and do some shit today. But anyway, like when I first started hearing about the Illuminati and conspiracies and people getting sacrificed in the music industry, I think I was in high school. Cause I remember I had a whole boy that actually put me on to the whole sacrifice and Illuminati shit or whatever. Cause we used to get high as hell, and he used to have me watch all these type of videos or whatever. And at first I was really interested, but I don't really like getting into all that shit because it kind of like creeps me out a little bit. Like the same thing, talking about people dying and stuff. It just brings like a negative energy, negative vibe to me that I don't really enjoy. So I tend to like try to like avoid those conversations. I mean, it's probably important to know about to an extent because I do want to get, you know what I mean? I do want to pursue a career dealing with music and, you know what I mean? I'm probably going to be in the music industry soon. And, you know what I mean? Not as far as like rapping, nothing like that, but I'm definitely going to be around rappers and be, you know what I mean, in that line, in that type of lifestyle, whatever. So I probably should know, but it creeps me out because I started to believe it. Like I kind of like switch back and forth between it because I feel like people overdo it because I don't feel like every rapper does it. I don't feel like every rapper that's in the music industry sold they sold. I feel like the rappers that last long, but I kind of, you know what I mean? The reason why I kind of go like switch back and forth is because I feel like they pick and choose and who they say sacrifice, so quote unquote sacrifice. I also feel like it's kind of like taking away from a person's work ethic and the determination that they put into their craft by saying, oh yeah, they had to sacrifice somebody or they sold their soul in order to get to a higher level. And I feel like it's only in rap industry that they talk about that. You don't hear about that in rock music. You don't hear about that in any other genre besides hip hop. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's all I ever see. Like as far as like rappers, is always just the conspiracy thoughts and people saying certain shit, like for instance, when Meek Mill lost Lil Snoop, they said, "Oh, he sacrificed him so he can get a higher position." Da 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 da. But I feel like Meek Mill, in my opinion, Meek Mill's a real street dude. But he comes off like a very very like helpful, loyal, genuine guy. So it's like I can't see him like really sacrificing somebody in order to get to a high position because he worked so hard to get to where he's at. You know what I mean? Like even when Vaughn died, people was like, "Oh, Dirt sacrificed Vaughn." Da 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 da. But I'm just like, why would he put him in that position just to sacrifice him? You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, and it's like every time somebody famous loses somebody closer to him, they always say somebody sacrificed them, and I don't. You know what I mean? That's like I feel like with that it's something that you would never really know personally because you don't really know what's going on inside of the music industry unless you're involved in the music industry directly. So it's just like I don't know. I don't really believe in that sacrifice shit to an extent. You know what I mean? I feel like some rappers did sell their soul, but I don't feel like they had to sacrifice somebody in order to sell their soul. Some people just, I feel like some people sold their soul with some of the stuff that they was willing to do for money. I feel like selling your soul doesn't automatically mean you have to sacrifice somebody in order for you to level up in position. I feel like selling your soul is like you doing something that you might not usually do, but because you want to make more money, you willing to step down or like lose your morals, your self-respect in order to get to a high position. And I'm not throwing nobody's names out there, whatever, but I feel like some of the people who are willing to dress up as a female and they're male, that they was willing to sacrifice their morals and their self-respect for a higher position or higher money. And I'm not liking nobody because there are a lot of niggas that come in the game is from like the trenches, from like struggling. Even if they're not directly from the hood, they've been through a lot of shit to the point where they get in a position where they can feed and provide for their whole family, that they're willing to, you know what I mean, sell their soul to an extent. And, you know what I mean, I feel like sometimes I could be a little biased because there's certain artists that people say sacrifice themselves or sell their soul. And I don't want to believe it, you know what I mean, because of the person who they are and, you know what I mean, what they mean to me as far as an artist or as a rapper. I don't know. I mean, I don't really talk about this too much because I kind of like go half and half with it. Sometimes I believe in, sometimes I don't. I just don't feel like everybody's out here sacrificing people. I think, like, even with the King Von, even though it might sound like I'm just biased because Dirk is my favorite rapper, but I don't feel like Dirk did that. I just felt like King Von put himself in a position that he kind of technically didn't have to, but because he was a real authentic street nigga, he was like, yo, I'm finna go beat this nigga's ass. And, you know what I mean, it cost him his life, unfortunately, because we live in a world where niggas don't fight no more. Because that's why I don't fight no more. Like, I don't really, you know what I mean, deal with confrontation and stuff like that. Because nowadays, like, I'm always on my pill with certain people because nowadays niggas don't fight. You know what I mean? I'm not going to put myself in a position to end up losing my life to try to make somebody look at me in a certain light. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, people's going, if they already look at you a certain way, they're going to automatically look at you that way no matter what you do. I don't know. I believe in it to an extent, but I don't, because I don't, they kind of like overdo it in a sense, because everybody that dies hasn't been sacrificed. Some people just die natural causes, or, you know what I mean? Like King Von's situation, I don't feel like that's a sacrifice. I feel like that was just more of bad timing, or just a situation that was just, you know what I mean? Me personally, because I believe in God, so it's like I feel like everybody has a time limit. You know what I mean? Everybody's going to eventually die. And I just feel like certain situations, people was meant to die, unfortunately. And I hate to say that, but King Von at that night was, you know what I mean? He did something, you know what I mean, that unfortunately cost him his life. And I don't feel like somebody sacrificing. I just feel like, you know what I mean, shit happens like that, you know what I mean? Let me know how you feel about that in the comment section below. We on the road to 200 subscribers. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe. Welcome to the gang. I'll see y'all in the next video. I'm out.